Welcome to The Informant, the podcast that talks about anything and everything. We cover from sports, religion, politics, social, you name it. I'm your host as ever, Doc McLeod. So without any further ado, let's delve right into it. Good day, my good people. Right. I think as no if you can't beat them, join them. People have tried whatever they have tried. But to be honest, you should accept that you have hit a brick wall. You are trying to push a mountain. You are trying to push a wall down. It's not easy. Right. The issue or the situation here that I would best advise people, I don't want you to continue, right, to hype yourselves with things that you know you cannot do. Right now, whatever was being planned by whoever, you can see that it has seriously been disintegrated. The people that have tried to lead some drives and hypnotize people over whatever common thinking they had, it has all been shattered. It has all been dismantled. If you still continue to claim that there's still hope in doing something else here, I don't know where you're getting the guts from, number one. Number two, I don't know what it is that you are seeing that some of us, we are not seeing. I'm a person who advocates for peace. I like to be a peace advocate every now and then. Wherever two people are having an issue, I always want to step in and make sure that we get things right, because peace prevails over anything. Because it's not about a point scoring game here. It is about the benefit for all. Right. People that have thought they could drive. You look at Jobsa. He is now a victim of his own energy. Number one, he flouted the rules that is set for him at point of release, especially from prison. Don't tell me that whatever offense he could have committed, whatever, it's a political game. Obvious such things will prop up. We are in Africa, and that's the kind of politics in Africa. He finds himself in the dirty, muddy waters of South Africa. He is not under the Zimbabwean rule. He is not under the Zimbabwean magistrates. He is not under the Zimbabwean law. He is held under the South African law, because that's where he flouted things. You can say those things have been planted for him. You can say he maybe got those things because he had a mission. You know, considering the fact there's different views. Let me give you different views from what I've been hearing, discussing with people. Others were believing that at one point his house was burned down. There was a bomb at his house, which was published everywhere on all social medias, on all reporting media houses. Then wherever they also wanted to go and have their meeting there at the Professor Ibo Mandaza's place, which was burned down. Others were saying he had acquired those because he wanted to try and put something else again so that he will use it to continue and blame the sitting government. Can you see the view of other people, which you might not agree with, but other people will agree with? So the political game is not easy to understand. It's not easy to put together the dynamics to try find out exactly what happened. He can deny knowledge of those things, but the fact that they were found in the car where he was, as much as he was a passenger, what was it meant for? Who planted? And how did it happen? You hear reports that he had some people that he asked to go to the car and do whatever. The minute you do that, it should then stand as a warning to every person who wants to stand within the political field and challenge the sitting. For one reason, if he can be infiltrated at his position with his intelligence and his leadership prowess, it means to say a general person like you and me are nowhere near to bringing down whatever you are planning to do. So considering now at this point in time, he's faced up with a situation where he has got to prove his innocence, and in a foreign land. Good a thing. He is a very known person, a very known political activist. Remember, he has been to the United Nations where he spoke about his life in prison. Remember, he has done the book launch in Zimbabwe. He has done the book launch in South Africa. as much it is also understood he's not working, he doesn't have that financial freedom for him to be flying all over. Obvious, it means to say there's people behind him that are funding him, and those are the sources that the people he's trying to fight are also trying to find out. In the process, you then get infiltrated to such an extent that you allow for such a scenario to be created for you, where a bomb or whatever, let's say where a bomb has been planted in your car. Was it meant to destroy him? Because he was the victim, he was in that car. Was it a bomb planted to destroy him? Was he the architecture of the bomb? Was it a bomb just planted so that they tarnish his image? There's still so many views to it. So it's not as easy as people are thinking. But from what I've heard, at the end of the day, because of his political position and the issue that he has trumpeted out to so many people, he's most likely going to be deported to Zimbabwe because there was no harm caused. Even if, and still, they still need to prove what could be the intentions of him having that. Knowing that he's a political figure, they are also not taking it for granted that these things could have been planted for him. So if you want to be in politics, I have said this and I reiterate it again. If you want to be in politics, make sure you're connected and you are well known to the people that you are advocating for. If you just imagine, if he was just a general person, today we will not be talking about him. A judgment could have been done. But his societal position is what has pushed him to be where he is today. Very soon his case is going to be concluded. For that reason, I encourage everyone who wants to be involved in politics, especially in the opposition politics, to make sure that you are in connection with whoever you are advocating for. Otherwise, munoshandiswa mukapera vakomana. Tererai munopera musazviite zvinizvi. Just do you. Just do your family. Just do your friends. Just do your connections. Build business friends. Build connections. Establish something home. Start to make sure that you're planning for your future. Start to make sure that you're planning for something that will oil you financially for you to be financially independent. That's all I can say for now. Other than that, there is people that are suffering because they are actually getting themselves in. I look at the person of Mazibabawe Shanduko. Remember, I told you I spoke to this guy in person. I spoke to him. Even when he comes out, he will tell you that he spoke to me. Looking at the stripes that are being shown there, if those are the real stripes at his back, then I can tell you the man was whacked, which is not good. The pictures being flouted on social media, they are not giving a good picture of a man. Remember, I also told you that this issue pertaining his bladder, I spoke to him, we discussed about it. He told me that he had been damaged, he was kicked previously. So it's not an issue that's happened now. He has always been struggling to go to the toilet. Even for stool, he has always been struggling. But to see him driving, yet he is not connected to the people he's driving for or advocating for, then to me, that was wrong. That was wrong. Right now, he finds himself in an isolated position, faced by angry and hungry lions. Is he going to survive that? Even if he comes out, what's going to be his next step from here? Instead, what you can't defeat, please just leave. Why can't you just be neutral or go quiet and see those who are advocating to be at the top to lead you? Right now, there's nobody leading people anywhere. There's only one party in existence in Zimbabwe, and it is Zanu-PF. We can have MDC, we can have CCC. Those are dormant parties. They still need to come to life if they are to be recognized. But as of now, Zanu-PF is the only party reigning. They are changing, shifting, and twisting and everything. So what am I encouraging you to do? Stay out of politics. Let those who want to be political beneficiaries, first-line direct political beneficiaries, be the ones. Ndakataura vamwe ndikati ukaona uri prophet, ukaona uri apostora, ukaona uri upi, usati waapproachwa nezano kuti munge muchishanda mese muchiinamatira. For that, then kureva kuti your significance is very low. That's all I can tell you. Right now, things are moving according to the plans of the politicians. It might not be according to the plans of some people who oppose the sitting government, but things are moving. Development is taking place in Zimbabwe. make no opposition to that. Development is taking place in Zimbabwe. It might not be at the rate that you want. Other people would say it might not be at the cost that you want. Those are factors that can be dealt with. So looking at these people who are saying patriotism, patriotics for ED, I'm looking, what is it that you are offering for people to join in? What is it that you are offering? They are saying, let people come. It's time we encourage everyone to come together, especially those in the diaspora and those on the ground, to come together, work something so that you build your own economy. Zimbabwean politics, why it's different to other countries that you might want to relate to. Zimbabwean politics is financed by its very own people. It doesn't have outside influence. That's the difference. You go to people like, people keep telling me about Traore. Traore is now starting to also try and build from within. That's why he's getting so popular. He's kicked out people like players like France who were outside or external forces influencing what's happening in their country. Zimbabwe has stood to be the same as well. Their influence is from within. The people you're talking about, Queen Bee and Akudata Gwire, right, who other people are now calling elder. Elder, they are referring to Kudata Gwire. Before then, he was referred to as Queen Bee. These are the people financing what's happening in Zimbabwe. You hear people like Wicknell. These are the people that's now financing things that are happening from within Zimbabwe. So the politics of Zimbabwe is different to the politics in other nations because the financiers are from within Zimbabwe. It's very difficult for external forces to be involved in what's happening in Zimbabwe. Henceforth, I am saying this deal of 2030 is almost concluded because there's no external factors that are financing anything that's happening in Zimbabwe. So when people like Jobsa step out, all they know, the ruling party is trying to go out, acquire finances to use to turn down what's happening in Zimbabwe. I so pray Zimbabwe remains peaceful. I so pray that we continue to close our doors and not have external influences. Because whoever comes from external as an external influence, at the end of the day, they don't come for free. They might help you to fight and turn things over, but you end up owing them. So until when do you want to continue to be in a vicious circle where you go over and over again, having things done for you and owing other governments? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do it by yourself? You are capable, you are able, you are resourced, and you are being empowered. So Patriots for ED, I think that's a good idea. I will be getting information pertaining to it when I get it all. But right now, when I sat yesterday in their meeting listening to what was happening, I actually understood where they were coming from. With this one now, keep watch. I'll be bringing the information and the paperwork that I got so that people will understand the objective of these Patriots for ED.